Do you want the ultimate Prowler Utility build in Star Citizen? Well, I'll show you how to maximize your build for performance and minimum signature. I'll first go over the build with you, then show you how to optimize the power of your ship, and finally, we'll go do a PvE mission to see how she performs. For the Prowler Utility build, I'm quickly going to show you what I chose for myself. Just remember that this ship is very power hungry and super difficult to customize. So here is what I did with my build. You can see for my weapons, I went CF repeaters. This is my preferred weapons, but you can also go attritions if you want to. But I like the projectile speed of these weapons. They're super good for smaller ships. And when the server is laggy, you'll be able to hit your targets a little bit easier. So that's why I went with full CF repeaters here. You will get 4 guns in total, so super good. For my shields, this build is super power hungry. Well, the Prowler Utility is super power hungry just because of all the shields it has, right? So in order to optimize it, there's only really one choice that we can go. Well, there's a couple of choices, but the best option is shields we can't buy. We will need to farm them, unfortunately. Maybe you can get them at Wicklow. But for the shields, I went with FR76 here. So this is the shields that we go here. You can see we won't be able to power the shields completely, but we only need the yellow pips in order to have the shields active. This will give us the most amount of shield HP. Since the shield is a bubble shield, we'll still be able to get 20k shield here and be super stealthy. If we go back to the regular shields, you'll see that our stealth isn't really affected much by it. This is stealth shields, but it's only 0 0.1 out from the original, right? But we only get 11k shielding, which is not the best. The regeneration is more, yes, but the regeneration with the bubble shield, it doesn't really matter too much to me. So I'll rather go with those shields. If you do not want these shields and you still want to increase in shielding, I'll probably do something like this. I'll leave this empty and then I'll go with Rampart. Rampart, since you can buy these two, and you'll gain a little bit more shielding here, but not a lot. The regeneration also not super good, but I'll probably stick with these shields until you can pick up the FR76s. You'll probably be able to get them from Wicklow, so you will have to farm for them. Now that you know what shields I'm going to go, here is the power plant. The power plant, we need a lot of power, right? This is why I'm going to go with the Star Burn here. The Star Burn you can buy, this is why I go with it. But ideally, you probably want a JS400 here, just so that you can max out your power. If you go full power, you'll add about 1k to your signature, which isn't the best, but you do want a lot of regeneration on your shields as well. For my cooler here, I'm going to go with the ice box, which will allow me to only put 1 pip in cooling and the ship will still be able to function. For my quantum drive, I like to keep things stealthy. I go with the bolt. This keeps our IR signature down. If you want to go with a faster quantum drive, then the Hemera is always a good choice, but your IR will shoot up a little bit more. So that's my preferred build. As you can see here, here is the signatures. If we face our nose to a ship, we'll only get 4,500 thereabout. So 4.5 Ks out, we'll be able to be spotted. So if you can get this down, the EM, then that's way better. So I'll probably just go with the Starburn here for now, since it is pretty close. If you don't know where to buy all of these components, the shields you will need to farm. But if you can't, just go with the default shields. And for the power plant, if you click here on the blue little thing, you can find all the shops where you can buy everything. I did make a video where I show you exactly how to get to each shop. Just jump to the timestamp and you can go to the component shop. I'll show you exactly how to do this. I'll link the video in the description. Now let me show you how to power manage your ship so that we can do some PvE missions. For power management, you want to go full weapons, full shields if you have the stealth shields, and then the rest into power. You want to make sure that you only have 1 pip in cooling just to keep your signature down, right? That's basically how I set everything up. Full shields, a little bit into thrusters, and then max out your weapons. Now let's go do a PvE mission. For our combat mission, we're gonna do a combat gauntlet, scenario 6. We will go up against a bunch of gladiators and the constellation. This should be a pretty good test for the ship. Let's go see how she performs. We're at the mission location here. I'm just going to go gimbal mode so that I can track the gladiators a little bit easier. Also, we do not have military shields yet, right? This is the default stealth shields. So this is going to be a very difficult fight, especially for this ship. We'll see if we can even handle the constellation. I'm going to try my best to burst down the gladiators first, just so that we can buy ourselves some time. Our target spawned. I made sure to be as far away as possible, just to buy myself a little bit of distance between the constellation, right? Can't see the constellation for some reason, but I'm pretty sure it's out there somewhere. I got the radar locked. So the constellation is just above us. Let's see if I can quickly deal with the gladiators here. Since our shields won't last too long, especially for those turrets. Here we go, we got our first target. Here's our second target. See if I can keep on it. It's a little bit difficult. We do have VTOL, I haven't activated it yet, but I just did. I don't think it will help too much. Might have to run here in a minute just to get my shields back, or at least make some distance. But it's very difficult to keep on the gladiators for me. Here we go, she popped. Making sure I kill her. Now I think there's only the constellation left, but I need to... I think I'm gonna close the distance to sit under the belly, right? Since last time it worked. Hopefully this time it works as well. Every now and then the turret won't shoot us. Then we should be able to deal with it. Slowly but surely get our shields back. So you can definitely probably do this in the Prowler Utility, but very risky. Still working on that back shield. Kinda miss the Cutlass Black's capacitors, since you can just shoot forever. This one, not so much. Their back shield is up again, unfortunately. So we will need to keep up the damage. We can't just let our guns recharge. We need to keep up the damage, otherwise the shield will recharge. There we go, finally through the shield again. Now we should be able to do hull damage. We are not taking any damage from that bottom turret, which is very nice for us. You do need to be able to fly just a little bit here and there. I am not the most skilled pilot, but I do have a little bit of practice with PvE at least. You see the shield is coming back up. Every now and then the ship doesn't take any damage. You can see I'm shooting, but she doesn't take any damage, unfortunately. So it's going to be a very long fight. It's not like I can really sit in another spot. I can only sit here on the belly. So I first need to deal with the little ship. Now we can slightly clip the back here. Do some damage on the hull. Getting pretty red now. There we go. Got the constellation. It definitely wasn't the most comfortable fight, but I did manage to do it without getting to red or losing any of my guns. I hope you enjoyed this loadout video. If you did, please leave a like. And if you want to see my opinion on the Prowler Utility, then you can watch this video right here where I see if it can be a daily driver. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.